It's Cassius, Tryptamine Astrology readings, and today I'm going to be teaching you about the Trine astrology aspect. A trine in astrology is a 120 degree angle between two planets. That is a trine. A trine is two sextiles. Two of those sextiles make a whole trine. Just like two squares, two semi-squares makes a square. So a semi-square is 45 degrees, half of a 90 degree angle, and a trine is, 120 degrees, and a sextile is 60 degrees. So trines and sextiles are considered positive or functional angles between planets. They can create skill, they can create this functioning, harmonious blend of energy. Whereas squares, oppositions, the red lines that you see in a chart, they tend to be hard aspects. But you can have negative things come out of the positive aspects too, and you can have positive things come out of the negative aspects. So it's more complicated than just positive and negative aspects, but for the most part, trines and sextiles are very good. So in this chart, which is the chart of my little cousin, born in 2005, she has a grand air trine. So her moon in Gemini makes a trine to her Jupiter in Libra, and both her Jupiter in Libra and her moon in Gemini trine her Neptune in Aquarius. So she has a grand air trine. A grand trine is when three planets in the sky are all making a perfect triangle, all at 120 degree angles to each other with the Earth in the middle. Trines are very special because trines fuse the energies of signs of the same element. You've got, in the zodiac, you've got fire signs, earth signs, water signs, and air signs. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So, these are the characteristics of the signs. Well, you see, when you have a grand trine, you fuse the energies of all the elements together into this perfectly functioning, it's like an electrical circuit. The way I see it, a planet in a sign has the characteristic of that sign because the light rays of that constellation, the light rays of the stars in that constellation, are beaming through the planet that it's in. And then the planet that you can see with light rays, the planet is reflecting light rays from the sun activates everything. The planet is making angles to other planets, pieces of your personality interacting with other pieces of your personality in angles. So this person, my little cousin, has Sun in Cancer square Jupiter in Libra, which is a very sensitive square. That's a hard aspect. It's a square of emotional intensity, and it's quite a difficult aspect. It means her core identity, her sun, is at odds with what fulfills her and makes her feel happy and expands her Jupiter in her soul. But her moon is trine Jupiter, and her moon is trine Neptune, which means that she has an emotional moon connection to what fulfills her, which is happy, peaceful, social harmony, Jupiter in Libra. And she has an emotional satisfaction moon from this spiritual Neptune way of this sciency Aquarian thinker way of having spirituality. Her generational Neptune in Aquarius is having a sciency thinker type revolutionary way of having spirituality. And strangely enough, she has Neptune in the sign of Aquarius and Uranus, the sign of Aquarius, in the sign of Neptune. So Neptune is Pisces and it's in Aquarius. Uranus is Aquarius and it's in Pisces. So it's like reversals. That's the generation she's in. Anyway, She has this electrical circuit going from her moon, her emotions, to the place that fulfills her and makes her happy, her Jupiter, and her place of spirituality, her Neptune. So this electrical circuit makes it to where she has this complex of spiritual fulfillment from socializing, fulfillment Jupiter from socializing Libra, and emotions in another social sign, Gemini. The air signs, these two are really about social activity, and they're very mental and airy. The air signs are about mental thinking and social activity and things like that. And, well, it's kind of hard to explain the air trine, but let me show you what the rest of the trines mean. The Aries, Leo, Sagittarius trine, this element is about sparking something. Aries is the first sign. It's the pioneering sign. It's very impulsive and sporadic. It sparks things. It's a cardinal sign. It makes things go. Leo is a step calmer for being a fire sign. It's the sign of the sun. It's a sign of crafts and activities in life and ambition, part of the Leo Aquarius axis of ambition. And then Sagittarius is no doubt the most chill fire sign. It's a mutable sign. And it's the sign of Jupiter. It's a sign of bright, enthusiastic, happy, youthful. It starts you on this path of fulfillment similar to Jupiter. So the fire signs are about motivation and energy and striking things and things like that. Now the earth signs, the earth trines, are predictably about stability and comfort and home and grounding. Taurus. Virgo is about the logical mind and thinking, the analytical mind and the librarian type energy. Virgo is about health. Virgo is about perfectionism and analytical thinking. And Capricorn is about, it's Saturn's sign. Capricorn is about ambition, empire, business. It's an energy that has been long revered and worshipped by elite people from Rome to far after. The Romans celebrated Saturnalia, the time of the year when the sun entered Capricorn, the sign of Saturn, because they worshipped the characteristics of Capricorn, which are business and cold, rigid, earthy ambition. It's very corporate and structured. Capricorn is about structure. Very important energy. Well, they're all important, but you know. So, then the air signs. Gemini is about sporadic, youthful, Aries type, young social interaction, going out and meeting people, doing all types of things. It's thinker oriented like Aquarius. And then Libra is probably the most delicate and non-bouncing off the walls air sign, because the air and fire signs, they sextile and trine each other. So a sextile is like a fusion of two different types of elements, but they work together. So the fire and air signs go together in sextiles really well, and then the earth and water signs go together in sextiles really well. Fire and air mix together because fire is motivation for air, motivation for ideas and social activity and getting the ball rolling. Air and fire is very active and on and fiery, and water and earth tends to be more grounded and chill and not so active for the most part. So Libra is the most chill air sign of all, pretty much. It's about social activity, very similar to Gemini. It's the sign of Venus, of social harmony. It feels things very delicately like a water sign. And finally, Aquarius is the sign of the revolutionary, of the scientist, the thinker, the writer. It's my sign. It's the sign of the other kind of ambition, not warm human Leo ambition, but sciencey, detached, odd ambition. It's about technology and science and thinking, revolutionary, rebellious, odd energy. And then we have the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer is the sign of the moon. It's the sign of it's the probably the most emotional sign. The water signs are about emotions, intuition, spirituality, feeling things, psychic stuff. It's all about that deep feeling stuff. If you have a lot of water in your chart, for example, Kurt Cobain had a grand water trine, you feel things deeply. So Cancer is the sign of the moon. It's the sign of family and nature and emotions and things like that. Scorpio is what you could say the dark water sign. Scorpio has an ability to feel things deeper than anyone, similar to Pisces and Cancer, not deeper than anyone. The water signs in general have that. Probably I'd say Cancer and Scorpio are more emotional than Pisces. Scorpio is the sign of Pluto. I think Scorpio is the sign of all dwarf planets, because all the dwarf planets, from Haumea to Pluto to Makemake to Orcus, they all have this plutonic, scorpionic type feeling. Scorpio is the sign of purging, of change, transformation, deep emotional introspection, and things like that. It's a little bit difficult to describe. Pisces is the final water sign. It's the final sign as well. It's the final sign before the equinox, which starts the first sign, Aries. It's the most ancient feeling sign, in my opinion. It's the sign of the resolution of all the emotions of the water trine. I think it has the most resolved and chilled out energy of all the water signs, in my opinion. It's this sign of deep spiritual resolution at the very end of life, the end of the cycle. It's the sign of Neptune. It's the sign of spirituality. Like Scorpio and Cancer, it's all about psychic things and spirituality, feeling things, nature, all that stuff. Astrology, all that stuff. So that's what a trine, a 120-degree angle between two planets in the sky is. Those are the elements. I hope you like this video. If you appreciate it, please message the Facebook page Trine Astrology Readings to book a reading. For $30, you can get a reading just like this with your chart on the screen. You can know anything you want me to tell you. For 20 minutes of me reading your chart for $30. The support is very much appreciated. Much love. Peace.